My name is Aubree, and my talk is The Gift of Grief. A few years ago in my yoga teacher training, we had a group activity where we were talking about the different types of rasas. And the rasas are a group of different qualities that we can use to describe artwork or yoga postures or our own personalities to describe the underlying essence of that object. And so the assignment was to assign us all with our own essence, our underlying personalities. And my group said that mine was lighthearted and playful, and I was like, me? Do you know me? It's not me. And I thought that mine was sulking and sad and sullen. I knew that deep down I had a lot of emotional baggage and a lot of weight on my shoulders, and I thought I was a singular thread out on my own. And so what was probably a very inconsequential moment for them was huge for me because I realized there was a big disconnect between how I saw myself and how other people saw me. But then through meditation, I found the agency to find the freedom to cultivate who I did want to be. So growing up, for me, I was in an unstable and chaotic home. And so when I moved away to college for the first time, I'd been around people that had seemingly perfect lives and families, and I felt like it was very obvious to everyone that I was the outcast and I was the weird one. And this sense of isolation and separation was compounded when my father had a stroke and passed away my sophomore year of college. And it felt like the world had collapsed, and one moment I was taking my finals, and then the next moment I had to drive across the country to spend the last couple of weeks of life with my dad. And I just felt totally disoriented and confused and like there was no ground. And then time resumed, and I had to go back to start the new semester, and everything went back to normal. And everyone else was just having a great college experience, having so much fun, going to parties, and again, I just felt totally alone. And then I realized that this aloneness was really a gift because I was able to really go into myself and discover who I was and also find yoga and meditation. So you might not know, but I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Michigan, where there's a ton of farmland and not a whole lot of culture. So, needless to say, my hometown didn't have anything like yoga, and the most diversity we had was the different types of cornfield. So when I started taking yoga over here, I wasn't looking to be transformed or anything weird. I just wanted to work out. But the more yoga classes I took, the more I realized something deeper was going on. Yoga and meditation are ancient technologies that have been around for and preserved intentionally for thousands of years because of their potency and efficacy and ability to help with our human condition that humans have faced since the beginning of time. And for me, it completely transformed my sense of isolation and aloneness. So I went down the meditation rabbit hole, and the more I meditated, the more I really got to see myself clearly for the first time. And I developed a deep sense of acceptance and self-compassion, and also enhanced my ability to connect with others. And so I started to see my transformation in my relationships. But the biggest insight for me was that my suffering wasn't special or exceptional or unique. No one's suffering is unique. Suffering is a part of the human condition, and we're all trapped in this suffering together. And it might be packaged a little bit differently, but it's what connects us all to our humanness and our sense of humanity. And in Buddhism, there's a concept called dependent origination, which says that everything in life is interconnected and nothing exists independently. And like threads in a fabric, our lives are all intricately woven together, and we're all dependent on one another, whether we like it or not. And for me, meditation has just been the ability to drop my story, to discover who I really am and who I want to be. And while we're not limited to our story is what provides us with the reference point to relate with one another and share our humanness. So just take a moment to place one hand on your heart or both hands, and you might close the eyes. And just take an inhale through the nose and send the breath into the heart. And take a moment to reflect on your story. And feeling the warmth of this acceptance and gratitude, know that this underlying feeling is what connects us all together. And there's a poem I love that I think exemplifies my story. And feel free to stay with your eyes closed if you'd like. I'll read it. It's called Adrift by Mark Nepo. Everything is beautiful and I'm so sad. This is how the heart makes a duet of wonder and grief. The light spraying through the lace of the fern is as delicate as the fibers of memory forming the web around the knot in my throat. The breeze makes the birds move from branch to branch as this ache makes me look for those I've lost in the next room, in the next song, in the laugh of the next stranger. In the very center, under it all, what we have that no one can take away and all that we've lost face each other. It is there that I'm adrift, feeling punctured by a holiness that exists inside everything. I'm so sad and everything is beautiful. Thank you.